I am scared. There was an ad. I can see myself.
Hmm?
I can see myself.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here, look out. Where is everybody? There were 6 waiting, and now... Hi!
Only one person liked your video.
Yeah, Logan said hi. My friend Jason said hi. William? You can go sit over there.
I heard
Alright.
hi.
Yeah. Doug said yo yo. Brian said hello. Papa Bill said hi. Jeremy, can you do me a favor? Can you give me a water out of the fridge? And if you want one, you can have one too.
Okay. Oh my god, it's like 4 left.
There's like a bazillion.
Oh my. The like other drinks, they're like a billion.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
Oh, a lot of people said words.
I know a lot of people are saying words. Bill Williams, hello. Okay.
They even have their first name thing.
They do. They do have their first name. Oh, this is not pointed at us. It is pointed at the thingy. The dangle thing. What?
I said.
No, it's pointed at the bench. Sheesh. That was a rough word to try and get out. Pointed at the bench. Well, ladies and germs, you should move the chair something to you, next to you. Hey, did you scare off the other two? Jordan is currently busy doing, I don't know, work things. Doug and I don't know. Doug decided that he didn't want to come over. We're deciding on whether I should do it by myself or whatever. Do you want to come sit by me? Get your chair, Goober. Come on.
Why was that?
Okay. There we go. Come on. Let's run it over. Let's go. Alright.
Is this good?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, that was
you're
me.
kind of in the middle. Yeah, you can see you. Alright.
Oh my OMG.
There we go. Work is overrated.
Where's you coming? Wait, is that Mom?
Yeah. So I don't know how we're doing that because we're watching it on Mommy's YouTube and then she's also watching it on YouTube. So ow. I don't know. So anyway, Todd, hello. Here, dude. What do you think?
Cool.
Cool? Cool. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way here. Oh, golly. So I have no plans for the evening. Not sure how long I'm going to stay out here. I'm trying to go into work at 2 o'clock in the morning. I took a little nap, so we'll see how I start to feel. Bro? You're all wiggly wobbly.
And I know the chair is like.
Why are you so... Oh, batteries over here. I say, why are you so much farther over than Doug and Jordan usually are? There we go. Alright. So anyway, I have no plan, no thing, nothing. So I thought I blew the transmission out of this, drove it like 14 feet. So I need to put the transmission back in this because I didn't know this took a Mod 6 pinion. So I'm putting that in there. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. And then we need to start building the interior and putting in electronics in this thing. So may do that.
You said that, but you're with me. So. You said with no one else, but
oh, yeah, you're with me now. It's okay. We'll change it later. So, anyway, how's everyone been doing? So you were...
Oh my god, that was fast.
What, 07? Yeah.
Maybe they like me or something?
They do. They must like you.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. You are the key to my success, sir.
Wait, you can...
What?
You can like subscribe... Oh.
What's up, guys? Good evening. Hello, Eric. So do you see how this works? This is their name, and that's what they're saying.
I can't see because of the heart.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to make that heart go away.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Probably turn it the other way, but it's got to charge.
What?
Because someone killed it. Who was that? Who was the one that got on the iPad when they weren't supposed to and killed it?
Me?
Yeah, that's you.
I didn't put that on.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
You just went on.
So, this is what I think I'm going to do.
Look what Mom
if I
said.
can start it. Your baby. Who's your baby?
9 people already?
9 people.
Oh my god.
Holden is discovering...
I'm just getting like a lot of likes for you.
He's discovering kind of how YouTube works. This one yours, that was yours.
Already 10 now? Oh my god. This is going fast.
Okay, it's okay. Calm down. So he's kind of discovering how this works and how everything's going. So, oh, that didn't work. I don't know.
Try to get the heart out doing this.
It's okay.
Maybe just click
So
on
anyway,
it.
I don't really feel like doing this now that I'm actually getting that. I don't really feel like doing that on live. That's for sure. I don't know that I have the styrene for it anyway. So. Oh well.
Wait, like a heart just came out.
If you explain too much to him, Jay and I won't have a job on Mondays. You gonna take Jordan and Doug's spot?
Where is his spot?
Huh?
Where is his spot?
Well, when I do lives with them, are you gonna take their spot and just do lives with me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Doug.
So, I was very wrapped up in work today, and at about 6:49 realized that I had a Mailbox Monday ready to go that I didn't release today. So, we may do a Mailbox Monday on Wednesday, or maybe it'll make next week. If I do it next week, that'll make 2 that I should have locked and ready to go. That way I don't have to do anything before Roctober. So I'm gonna do that.
Don't take their spots.
Then replace Daddy's spot. Just replace. Am I ready for Roctober? Mentally and like, am I ready? Yes. Am I ready to go? Not really. I mean, yes, but no. I guess I could always go. I'm gonna try to have this done.
That doesn't look like Matt.
Oh yeah, that's great. So I'm gonna try to have that done. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna have done.
13.
So I'm I don't know, messing with this. I'm trying to get this thing done, but I need servo extensions and time to paint it again without it being 900,000 million degrees. So yeah, pretty much. I got a couple things that just need just dumb shit like this Jeep here. I want to try and finish it. It hasn't changed since you guys saw it last. It's literally half of a tuber. I narrowed the nose of that K5. Huh?
You finished it.
What?
The
van?
Thing, yeah.
I haven't touched the van. I bought that done.
You bought that done?
I bought that from my friend Scott.
Mm.
I don't remember which one of these I'm drinking out of. Anyway.
You can just drink both.
Can I just drink both?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because we don't know who's whose.
I have a lot to sell. Not really. Your guy Christopher found the Fiero. He said he needed to see what kind of shape it was in before he gave me a price. Yeah, but Chris will be fair with you. Just
Sell. Have a lot to
just
sell.
you know, I know how he is, especially not having to deal with eBay and then knowing where to go immediately to get it sold. So it shouldn't be that bad. Chris, I don't have a lot to sell necessarily.
Yeah.
I kind of am just going to Roctober. We're going to actually try and run. I know I said that for Beat the Creek, but I don't know. We've been having a lot of discussions about how things are working and what's going to go on in the future and stuff like that. And I don't know. We're going to try to run a little more and actually enjoy ourselves doing what we're supposed to be doing at Roctober instead of standing in the booth the whole weekend. Not that I don't like standing in the booth. I like just sitting there just shooting the shit with everybody, but yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of feeling the need to start doing things again.
Roctober.
Let's see the boys' rigs. If I don't make it to Abner by Roctober, would you bring a Pro Mod and F toy to Roctober? Yeah, I can do that. I'll bring my Pro Mod anyway. I planned on that. The F toy is not completely done yet again, but I could probably do that.
It's just really Bowman right now.
Yeah, I know. And if you want to see his truck, I can show you his truck. Oh,
It's really
not too
cool.
close.
I kind of forget what it looks like now.
Forgot what your truck looked like?
Yeah, I never drive it in
You're
a while.
crazy.
Oh, now I remember. I bet a lot of people are like that now.
There you go.
I can move this. So Reese doesn't have.
So these are my kids' trucks. This one's his. This one's my daughter's. If you have seen anything that I've done, you'll realize that this paint scheme is the same as my Class 1. Holden actually came up with this. We were discussing how to paint it, and he was like, I want this, and da-da-da-da. And so he came up with this yellow, orange, one side with the black line. And then these stripes over here, they're actually flat because they are on the outside. So he has like Adidas stripes over here.
Oh.
What?
I bet they like the trucks.
That doesn't mean much, okay?
What they do?
It's okay. So my daughter is a big fan of blue, so she wanted all blue. For whatever reason, her truck is shedding paint very, very bad.
I don't know why.
All this light blue and all this stuff is falling off.
Not with me. Thank God.
Which I wash these just like I do anything else. I'm not sure. So.
That was my car.
But yeah, so these are just stock Fordyce with wheels and tire. Well, wheels actually. Reese has wheels. He has some tires. Literally stock electronics, everything. She doesn't run as much as he does. She usually decides she likes playing with Doug's kids and stuff like that more than running. But Holden does like running. So he got a little Super Swamper upgrade, and I told him if they keep going, I'll continue to buy them things, but I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money if they're not going to drive them. So the next upgrade they're probably both going to get is some servos, because Reese was trying to drive yesterday, and she was doing what I told her to, but the truck was not doing what she told it to do. It kind of lacking in a few departments, so. But she did a really good job. They both do a really good job. they both kind of know what to do already. They're learning very quickly, and they both listen really well whenever we're going there, and we're doing those things. Oops, that's covered. So.
I like it holding.
Tough to beat a Fordyce. It is tough to beat a Fordyce.
You did good, sisters. It is pretty neat too. Tough to beat. What is it?
Fordyce. That's what these are called. Is a Fordyce. Hey guys, I see we have a much better replacement for Jordan. Yes, I definitely think this kid could replace Jordan. Sorry, Jeff Hill, not Jim. Well, hang on.
Where's down there?
Would you quit moving things? Pete, hello. You know, kind of what I said, Jeff, was literally like people were kind of bashing this thing, and when the Fordyce came out and they were talking about the one-piece gears and all that stuff, like I made sure to shim them, and so the drive shafts are shimmed to kind of make the gear mesh right. They're not easy on them, but I do kind of make sure they don't wad it up and bind it up and stuff like that. And if it does break, it's a good reason to give them an upgrade. What?
I sell this body. Look. Ford.
No, he's not talking to you. He's talking to me. Not all those people are talking to you. Okay?
Oh my god.
I can't wait to see these kids beat me in 2 Pro. You know, it's possible.
A lot of
So Holden, have you beat your dad at a comp? Sorry if I... Golly! I can't see because you're a big fat head. Sorry I misspelled your name. So the way we split it up is usually we have a kids class. If there's not enough kids, then the kids were already running the class 2. They're just running against other kids. So yesterday we didn't have any kids because Doug's boys have moved up into the adult class as well. So Reese ran with the regular C2. We kind of broke up C2 to where now like Doug, Jordan, Rob, and a bunch of us are on C2 Pro, which is a little bit different course. It's a little harder. Has a few things set up a little differently to where you have to drive better, I guess. I don't know how to say that without just sounding like a complete douchebag, but like we wanted to make it a little more fair. Well, I would say we, but Rob wanted to make it a little more fair for everyone. And so we kind of have like an A and a B to where if you're new, you're not going up against people like Jordan and Doug and Rob. And if Kidder shows up, things like that. So you're not trying to compete with people that have really nice trucks and, a lot of driving experience, et cetera, et cetera. You're going against people that also have less experience as a whole or, whatever, are newer. That way it wasn't so... I don't know what you call it, like off-putting, I guess, when you go, because it's not really all that fun to start at 0 and then just get your ass stomped for a whole summer because you just can't build a truck fast enough and can't gain the experience that someone like Doug has, who's been driving for, since like 1914. Oh, geez. Oh, what are you doing? Don't touch things. Logan, don't forget Candy. Yeah, Candy. I mean, I've just thrown out some names. Candy will definitely stomp your ass and then not think twice, too. Rob's wife is very, very good.
Have you beat your dad in the comp? Have you beat your dad in the comp?
Yeah.
Heck no. Would I beat him?
He wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I was getting at, is he wouldn't have the chance. But
yeah.
He's definitely very good. Reese beat a couple of the adults yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Doug.
I got old since 1914. Yeah. So yeah, Craig. But the difference is, you belong in pro. Now I mess with Jeremy. Maybe Jeremy doesn't deserve to straight go up to pro. I'm not sure. We haven't really got to see his driving yet. But for the first one, if you don't know, I won a single Class 2 event in a brand new truck basically, and I got immediately moved to pro in C2. So I've been I was salty about it to begin with. Now it's basically just a joke, but Jeremy won his first time out in a brand new truck. So now I told him and Rob that now he needs to be mandatorily moved to C2 Pro. Basically, I was just being a dick. It is what it is. I think it can handle it, to tell you the truth.
Oh my god. A lot of people do this.
What?
I'll
Are you
take
complaining
it. I'll take it for like what? Maybe the truck?
No, that we're moving him up.
Mm.
Rob, I would probably sell just the Ford body. I'll get with you
3 in a row.
later or tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. And we'll discuss that. I fixed it yesterday. So another, if you're not local, you wouldn't have seen this. But I'll show you anyway.
Fine.
No, I'm not going to take the chance of dropping it again.
He said, I'm out to have fun.
What? Who said what?
8 log.
Yeah.
It logged something. I'm out to have fun. You said that.
Yeah. So I got this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh my god.
It used to have a tilt body like this, but it decided to tilt itself out of the Suburban yesterday and took a big fall, like Humpty Dumpty. And it broke the bed back here on both sides. I broke the body mount off. I can fix it, so it is what it is. I've already glued it back together. A little bit of sanding, a little bit of body work. It'll be just fine. So, but there's that. It's 3D printed vent side of some sort. It needs a little love. It needs a back window. Interior kind of needs repainted, but I got it from a local guy that was selling some stuff. And if I don't get rid of it, I know that I'm going to end up keeping it. So I need to get rid of it as fast as possible. So if Rob buys just the body, I'll have a ready-to-run 10.2 chassis for sale at Roctober. It must be mommy leaving to go get Grace. So that's that. I bought another truck too, but it's not really showably worthy right now. I can't read anything, dude. Jeremy, I really think our big scale crawling helps us. That's what I was gonna say too, Craig. I do think, and I think Jordan and Doug have both also done these things, and I don't know anybody other than you two and like those two, but definitely doing real life one-to-one stuff. I think translates a lot down into RC. So if you know that you're already looking for lines and kind of what you're looking for to begin with, you skip that whole learning curve even when you go down. And honestly, I think doing real truck stuff is probably harder because you're basically the spotter way up high with like a bird's eye view plus the driver, so you can see the lines and shoot your truck that way instead of being in the driver's seat and trying to figure it all out where you can't actually judge some other things. So I think that definitely helps. Personally, someone wants a whole truck, that's cool. Bill, I told everybody else yesterday that it's ready to run. It has this body, it's got this little steel body mount. It's got just like a 20 kg servo. It has a 1060 with some sort of crawler motor. I'm not sure exactly what this is. 35 turn double. It's damn near brand new, honestly. You can see the bottom of it. It doesn't have, like, the skid is almost perfect. The front axle has like this much wear on it. The sides aren't even really worn. The back has a couple little scuffs. But I told everybody else 450, ready to go. Jordan does have this print. If you wanted this to be fixed, I can get this print from him. It's just these little nubby dudes right here that actually broke off the body, and then everything would be fixed. So or you can fix it, or you can, I don't know. So it's got a little custom shock mount. So the rear has this little mount here that stays under the bed, and it has custom mounts on the axle. The front is a pin spring. So I know I've bought a few of these bodies. I know this body's $250, $300 by itself, with having it done, you know, as far as just 3D printing it and then all the body work and everything and then painting and all that stuff. And I figure $150, $200 for ready to run 10.2, like that's not terrible. So that'll be for sale. I have no doubt in my mind it'll sell in Kentucky. So if one of you buy it, that's fine. If it sells down there, that's also fine. But it is what it is. Can you scoot back a little bit, bud? Weird, bud. Mike, unless you're doing something crazy, I don't need more trucks. I need to get rid of more trucks.
Yeah, because you have like a bajillion.
Yeah, see, Rob did full scale as well. Yeah, he, I don't know if he needed money, but I kind of jumped on this. And then once I saw him, I knew I was in trouble. So if I don't get rid of them, they're going to...
A trade offer.
They're going to stay. So if I don't get rid of them, obviously they're going to stay. But as soon as I dig into this, it'll be a way different truck. So, I have that green Range Rover I bought at UTC last year that you loved. Green Range Rover. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Bill, I can do that. Message me real quick on Facebook if you can. That way I don't forget. I am going to go to sleep directly after we do this live, and then I'll be up early in the morning, and I'll just get back with you here in 5 or 6 hours.
5 or 6?
Mm-hmm. Because I'll be up.
Why is that guy looking in the window?
They were just thrown back there. Like, these two guys are basically laying on each other. So
Are they supposed to, like, do...
They just do stuff. They're just like, oh, I'm fixing things. This guy's...
what are you doing in there?
They're just looking at stuff.
He's like, what are you looking in?
Exactly.
What are you doing in there? He's like, looking out the window.
If you guys haven't seen... Get this out. I made a little progress on this. The front goes up and down. The rear is getting very close, but I need servo extensions. I can't power it. I painted it. It laid down like complete dog shit. It looks like ass. I'm not in love with the color.
Yeah, it looks like poop.
It does look like poop. You are very correct. So I may end up changing the color.
Still looks like poop.
Yeah.
It still looks like it.
It looks like old chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in love with it. The color didn't come out very well. It looks like dog shit in pictures. So it looks terrible in pictures, which sucks because it is just not very photogenic in this color. And even if I did because I planned on doing, a different color down here and a different color roof and stuff, it just is not, it just doesn't look good. I don't like it. So I'm thinking about going with a different color, probably red and white. Because I think a red, red and white. Thinking red with white in the middle, white, on the things, and then maybe doing a white roof. I'm not 100% sure. So
that looks like 1 million years old chocolate.
It does look like old chocolate.
Like 1 million years old.
A million. So, but I got the bed mounted, or I got the body mounted, so everything's mounted in the front. This is mounted in the rear with a little bit of just aluminum. Once I have to get some rods. So part of what the problem is the Red Cat uses 2mm screws for all the links and everything. And then having to go and do all this custom work, I guess, and use different servos and stuff. Everything is different lengths for one. And then I got a 2mm on one side and I need to use a 3mm on the other. So I'm kind of fighting what to do there. So. Bring your A game, Brett. Oh boy. Okay, what do we have? Planning to head down there again this weekend for We Rock, hopefully. Oh, nice. Awesome. It'll be good to see you, Brett. I have like 4 trucks that I've been collecting parts all year to build this winter, so anyone who wants the Ford, go ahead. Super cool truck. Thanks, Rob. Careful what you wish for, Todd. Get out of the way. I'll make some changes on my Unlimited and give you guys a run. Yeah. I'm probably going to try and build an Unlimited this winter. So that way I can talk all the garbage with you guys as well. I have all the parts and they're half together. I just haven't had the chance to put them all together. I'll definitely say I am really liking We Rock though. And Ty was saying most of the rules weren't going to change. And that was one of my worries with... Get your feet down, please. Come on over here. We just need to build a chassis. Yeah. Well, that's the hard part. Or the time-consuming part. So. Anywho. What's that?
Noah?
Said, anywho. Anywho.
Why did you like paint that color?
Well, because I've seen real trucks that are that brown, and they look a lot better than that. I don't know if the paint just didn't match, or...
From here, it kind of looks like green.
Well, to you, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like here.
Yeah, because you're colorblind and all. Okay.
Oh, I like that. I bet.
Thanks.
It's kind of like... This is like, kind of like up and like pushed right here.
Okay.
It's like pushed.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, I bet they'll like more than that.
You like that more than this?
Yeah.
You're crazy. So this is my We Rock truck. This is my Pro Mod. Just for anybody that had any questions or wanted to see it or whatever. So I think I'm gonna redo the paint. I had something in mind, but it just isn't. Not really. The execution didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So. I just hope my Unlimited doesn't dance all day. Yeah. Yeah, William, you were definitely getting screwed the other day. Need a C1 chassis for Class 0, Brett. If you have anything, bring it Sunday. Matt, I sent you pictures of the rotor. I'm feeling overheard either way. It's a possibility. Obviously, Brett, I did clear it. The bed is re-cleared. So when I laid down the brown, it crazed really bad. So I sanded it all down, and everything, and then I brought it kind of back up I brought it from 320 to 400 to 6 to 8.
Oh, you like the
and then I re-cleared it, basically by kind of like I was color sanding it, and it's not.
I like the paint on that one.
It just is not good. It's just gross. I just don't like it. I don't like either color. So the bed was really the bed didn't take the color very well, and it's more of like a lighter brown, and the cab.
But you have a domination here?
Yeah, some people send candy when they send parts.
Oh yeah, that.
So the cab took the brown really well, but it's like way darker than the real color. So the bed looks like dog, and the cab looks like dong, and neither one of them are the color I was really going for. So I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. And like I said, unless you're outside, that truck taking photos of it doesn't look good.
You like him?
I don't know.
I was about to say, do you like him or not?
Let's see what I got. I like the paint on this one. This one, John? This is actually, if you know the Gray Ghost, the 70s Cutlass NASCAR,
Ow.
that's what this was after.
I can't tell, but this is like going in me.
Yeah, I know, because you're a wiggle worm and you won't sit still. So, but I've got a different idea. I really like the truck. The truck works really well, and I'm happy with everything as far as that goes. I just I'm not a big fan of how this all came out.
The heart just follows us everywhere.
Yeah. So that's my pro mod. Deluxe axles. About 900,000 pounds of lead in those. I'm just joking. That's not sarcasm. It's facetious. I'm being facetious. There's a bunch of weight in the wheels. It's got brass hubs. Oh boy. So it's got underdrive in both. It's got a winch up here. It's driven by 2 of the Silent Assassins. It has a custom transmission in it, so it's a dual motor 380. So one motor goes to the rear, one motor goes to the front. So, I like it a lot. I had to add a lot of weight to make weight. That's for sure. No. That crew cab's not going anywhere. I got too much work getting that stupid thing figured out. It's just paint. Like, nothing else is really the problem. It's just the paint. And like I said, I'm really leaning towards like just a clean fire engine red and white. Because I have some interior fabric. So I got all this interior stuff.
Why does Doug have that picture?
It's an old cartoon. There used to be a cartoon called Doug. And it was about this kid. So I have this. And that's kind of been my red, white, and black inspiration. I don't know if I would put this on the seats. Maybe, I guess. I think it's a little dark for what the color I want to go for, but we'll see. But I kind of have that, like,
green it's Sunday.
Handkerchief kind of vibe. Ow, shit, vibe. What'd you say? I need to work on adding weight for... I don't think so. I'm pretty sure 6 was easy to make because you're in the stock class and that the weight limit is 6 for there, or the weight minimum is 6 for that. I don't think you should have too much problems. So this is my stock class.
It's still in that. That's why it's still in that one.
Yeah, there's a little. It's called lag, where basically that's not doing exactly what we're watching.
You're like doing it right now.
Right.
So you're like waiting.
So this is my stock class. Not a whole lot. Well, I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot of optic left to it, to tell you the truth. But what the hell are you doing? Anyway, it's got a stubby kit, black jacket, servo behind the axle, 800 LP, F10s. I got rid of the H10s because they're just too wide for me. I wanted to narrow it up a little bit. They are super, super stable, but when you're trying to throw a 10-inch plus, like maybe 10 1/4 wide truck through a 12-inch gate, it got a little rough. So
you have a lot of stickers.
Yeah, I do. I do.
You have like 1,000.
I don't know if I have 1,000. If I could quit being lazy, you can't be going crazy. If I could quit being lazy, I'll get my stock class ready for Sunday. Quit being lazy, Craig. Do you need more motivation than that? We can all tell you to quit being lazy.
I don't know why.
Want us to call you names?
If I could quit being lazy,
You can move it up like this. Watch.
I'll get my stock class ready for Sunday.
Yep. So this is a stock class. It's all plastic. See how it's plastic?
Mm-hmm.
It's a plastic cage.
Oh.
That way, other people can not spend as much money and get it done, and it's just another class. So like if somebody has one of these, or there's a couple other trucks you can use,
then
Dad, you can just, yes.
I didn't know that you had that car. The buggy.
The bug?
Yeah.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You
I
did.
never seen that. And when I was like 4.
I haven't had it since you were 4. I bought it this summer. Maybe spring, like that.
Today is wait. I forget whatever it is.
Okay. You say so. Anyway. So that's my stock class. I really like Pro Mod and stock and stuff. The optic you had. Thank you. A-Lug Productions, or Jeremy actually owns that now. The Gatekeeper will not classify for the stock class because it has an actual chassis. It's a cage on a chassis, I think is what Rob said. Rad Raff, hello. I do have a special guest. He said hi.
Hi. No, baby. No, Bill. I don't know.
No, Bill.
I don't know. Okay. He's like, okay.
So.
Bill. Okay. Can't do that. I literally can't even do that.
Yep, he has the coolest glasses. This dude, he has a neat sense of style. He can wear, like, things that you go, if I wore that, I would look like a complete moron. And he throws it on and he's just like, yep, this is what I look like, and just kind of rocks it. He has some really cool glasses, some really cool shirts, and he just kind of rolls with it. So,
Why does he have 2 his? Tell his.
He meant to say tell him his.
But instead he has said his.
Yeah, he messed it up. He meant to say him his.
Mom! Oh, okay, they're coming.
So I got that.
Oh my gosh.
I have a couple more trucks you guys haven't seen yet that I made videos on.
I have seen all.
Oh boy.
Here
What's
comes
up?
a fancy girl.
Come and sit with me.
Here comes. Wait, I bet she's gonna.
No, school show.
I bet she's gonna. Okay. How is it already 20? Like, that was so fast.
Bro, don't worry about it. Golly. You still grumpy? No? You say hi?
OMG, you have like 1 billion.
He said he's very impressed at how well you read. Yeah, he struggled a little bit, and then all of a sudden it was like it clicked, and he just reads everything.
Like, read this.
MK, what truck is that? What truck is this, or what truck was I talking about? Because I just said I also have a couple more trucks you guys haven't seen. Hey, you can't talk over me, okay? We can't talk over each other, or else nobody makes sense. This one or the ones that I have other than that.
She goes where she Hey,
Miss Lady.
Hello, Miss Lady. She goes.
This is my stock class Pro Mod. So we started a local class using plastic cages instead of the metal, kind of just to get more people into the WeRock, and also it's a lot cheaper, it's a lot easier. That way everybody, everybody could do this, or everybody could do whatever, but this is much cheaper and it's much easier to buy off the shelf and get into another comps class. So we kind of did that. So this is literally just it's an optic cage. It's a VFD with a stubby kit behind the axle steering, and it has F10s on it. I narrowed it up. It's got Reefs wheels, Yokohama tires. My usual, I always use dual stages in the rear, printed foams in the front, and I repainted it.
He said, already reads better, Jordan. Maybe even Dad. He's like, oh yeah. With the glasses.
That's funny. There's the RC Speeding Moon Buggy chassis. The Moon Buggy is not Pro Mod, I don't think.
I don't know which.
Hello, Cold Crawl.
Hello.
That's me.
That's me. He's
MK, I like this thing a lot.
Yeah.
The stock optic I was not all that impressed with. This is shortened, narrowed. I think it's a 12.5 wheelbase, something like that. It's a little longer than like a 12.3, I think. And by narrowing it, I think it helped a lot. I can see how it would work on a trail truck. Are you making fun of me?
No.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I can see how that would work better on a trail truck, being wider and longer and everything. But doing what we are doing and having comps with, we do a lot of like breakovers and, you know, kind of off camber, but it's not round. I don't know. It's different here than it is out west. But I think this was going to work a lot better, and it definitely worked better for me personally. Everybody drives differently. Everybody has a different view of what they think their truck should look like and all that stuff. So this is mine. It needs shocks. These shocks are leaking everywhere. But
I fixed it.
Oh, miss.
yeah, Bromod needs to be more of a two-seater.
I
Yes, babe.
fixed it.
Thank
Dang.
you. With sunglasses, thanks.
Dad.
Yes, that's okay. Here.
I haven't showed it on the camera. Wait, let's see if you make it.
Oh, I missed.
You just hit the thing.
Yep. Excuse me. Hey, I need to get these trucks. I need to put some of these trucks up for one.
You can literally
Sorry, I'm
subscribe
sorry.
to yourself.
That's mommy.
Dad,
So mommy can't subscribe.
the boy got a hat.
Oh, yeah.
The boy does have a helmet on.
Well, since
Hey, you don't have
you're
to yell.
making a video and it's on here,
Hey. You don't have to yell.
you're still subscribing to yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Bert. He's like, are you being a weirdo? He's like that.
Alright. So we'll do
I dancing.
the two trucks that you guys haven't seen yet.
Oh!
Wait, that one? No, I've seen
Hubby,
that one.
look.
You've seen that one.
I bet.
Hey, you guys gotta be quiet and calm.
I bet they're gonna like that.
I would hope so. Hey, what are you doing?
She wanted to go inside.
Okay.
I can watch it.
Trying to do a deal with FureTech with their optic cage, but I'm not really sure. Or Speedy. Who had that really terrible one that was on the scale news the other day?
I don't know. I didn't do
I wasn't talking to you. Nerd.
it. You're a nerd.
You're a nerd.
Well, me, I'm a nerd, so you're.
Hey. Hey, can you go take these to your mom? You need to go run around the yard or something. You got too much energy. Go play soccer.
No! That's why I have a lot of energy. I just need to play soccer.
Anyway. Let's see. This one? Yeah, I like this thing a lot. This is also a lot of trouble. No, Lid is not gone. She is, she went to go pick up Reese from soccer. And, yeah, the FureTech chassis was getting the love. The one that doesn't look good by the early photos. I really hope that was just early photos, because that thing looked like I let Holden try to learn how to TIG. That was terrible. The thing looks like dog shit. But if you have an opportunity to work with them and get one out, I mean, you know, I don't blame you for doing it. Especially if it's super cheap or free or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, but I've already seen the Suburban in resale red. Yes, sir. So this is actual GM color. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's a GM color that I liked. And then I realized how much it looks like my actual Suburban. So there's that. And then I got the Escalade. This thing's super cool. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with it or why I have it, but so I had a guy, he's actually from Pennsylvania, but he does work over here, hit me up and wanted some VP stuff that I had. And so instead of money, he asked if I wanted some trades, and I said not really. And then he came up with this, and I said okay, because it has lights. It's got an HPI Escalade body on it, all that stuff. Super cool. But this big black box back here, those are speakers. This thing has a Bluetooth unit in it that hooks to your phone, and you can literally play music. Yeah, you can play music through this while you're driving around.
You can listen to anyone.
You can listen to anything you have, can't you? And it's real dumb and silly, and I like it.
And we listened to a cool song.
We did, didn't we? So.
I didn't even know you had that kind of song.
It's got the 26s on it, 5 spokes.
Not yet.
Other than that, it's just basically a body and the speaker system. Nothing else is really done to it. I was going to sell it, and a guy at work actually wants me to build him a truck once he saw some other things I had. So I'm not 100% sure. He really wants this body, but he wants this body under or on top of here. So I'll have to see what exactly we're going to do. So that's that. It does all the up, down, side to side, front to back things.
Is Mom gone? Doug said, is Mom gone? That's why you have the littles.
Yes.
Mom is not gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying, Craig. Like, it's cool, but I don't know what the hell to do with it. But I'm getting to the point where I'm building a lot of just cool shelf queens now. Because that's like, I don't know, something I don't have, really. Bro, sit still. Jordan doesn't have this problem. You sit still. So I don't know. I'm not sure. When do you want it? I mean, I could definitely come off of it. It's whatever. And then you got the Burb. This is a 10.3 Gladiator with a different body. Has all the interior and all the seats. Back bumper, front bumper, both front seats. It has the rear of the interior that goes back here. Grill. It has really nice body mounts on it, honestly. And it's just 10.3. It's got knockoff KLRs and Chenquish 105s, which are barf times 2, maybe 3 or 4. Probably more barf times 4 to the power of 6. So yeah, that's what I got. I like this thing a lot as well. The thing is with this thing, if it doesn't sell, I could see myself doing a lot of body work to it, making it really nice and put it up on some welds and just being a shelf queen as well. I'm usually not a fan of OBS trucks, but I like this thing a lot. I think I'm going to sell it too.
Yeah.
I had both trucks up there for $450, and there were a couple people interested in both of them. And I figure if I take this down to Roctober, where there's a much larger group of people and a lot of them have money, I think it'll sell. Just because it'll be more eyes on it and everything like that. But
30 people are watching now. It's 26.
that's okay. It goes up and down. Don't worry about it.
Tell us. Tell us you don't like any
105s.
105s without really telling us.
Yeah, I hate 105s.
Yeah.
So these wheels are called 105s.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, see? Runs in the family. He doesn't like them either.
There's only 3 people that don't like it.
But there's more than that.
Huh?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, let's see here. That's not really anything right now. I've really done a whole lot more.
Yeah, you haven't. Lag, bro.
I don't really know. That's about it.
I'm gonna watch you on the TV.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
I got this. I finally put some paint on that. It looks nothing like what I thought it would. But it is what it is. This thing's super cool. This thing's a lot like other stuff though, where I think I need a friend or 5 with them before this really has any kind of point. Plunkenstein? Plukenstein? If it come down to Roctober, I'd bring. I would. I think that's how you're going to get rid of it, if you really want to get rid of it. Teleguided. Good evening. Yeah, I had a different sidekick this evening. So Jordan's busy doing work things. Doug went home. So yeah. I know you can see things here. I have like all my show truck stuff, like my Suburban, my van, my crew cab, the short bed, 4-wheel drive, the RVs up here. I have another RC Everyday chassis, and then I have a truck that I'm building, kind of like the Suburban. Since Teleguided won't sell me the actual Suburban that what's his noodle built, so I'm building a version of my own. I can show you guys whatever. How much and what is it? Oh, for the metal mesher. He has a Toyota. I don't think of anything else I've done. You guys have all seen that. Trying to decide. Here's something. Trying to decide the carpet color. This was advertised on Amazon as turquoise, and I don't believe that's turquoise at all. But I also bought navy blue, so I'm trying to decide what color I want to make the carpet in here. I'm not sure yet. I'm leaning towards this, just for a bright color to kind of in the interior to pop a little bit, you know. I don't know. Rob's metal masher is basically, I think it's brand new, right? Like, nobody's ever really done anything with it. Yeah, I'm thinking light blue, too. So then those of you not on Facebook haven't seen, so I had this body on here and swapped it because I just think this green looks a lot better. The green looks a lot better 4-wheel drive, I think personally, than what the blue did, and I think the blue looks better on that than this did lowered. So I did a little swap-swaparoo. Pretty happy with it. My tires are doing the normal Pro line and they're dry rotting. That's pretty cool. This tire over here almost has no bead that's not dry rotted. This front one's doing the same thing. So they're not stretched or anything. It's not like they're 155s. They're just 4.3 Swampers and cracking all over the place. Thanks, John. Teleguided, you're now splitting the vote 50-50, I guess. Thank you, Teleguided. I appreciate it. I'm really trying to do like stock colors. I'm taking it pretty far as this is what this would have, would have had a combo in 76, 7, whatever. It's got the right grill in it and everything. Same with this. My turquoise and white one is the same. So the only thing that actually all of them are. So the pineapple is factory colors. It doesn't have the right grill in it yet though, because they're sold out and they've been sold out for a while. The copper and cream one is factory color GMC, and then this K5 is also factory color, but I think I'm going to repaint that. I don't like it. So yeah. Suburban now needs body work, so it's probably going to get repainted as well. So this isn't finished, but it's getting there. Need to glue the window in, do the trim. Actually just needs trim and little details, and I thought about just clearing it real quick because it's already getting a few little marks on it and stuff from just being moved around and things touching it. Speaking of which, I was going to say I did get this running. So as a shop truck, I got this thing running and moving. Holy shit, is that slow and loud. If you go and use this exactly how it's supposed to be or whatever, it is insanely slow. All it does is burnouts, and it is really, really loud with that R4 just echoing inside a hard body. Teleguided. So I have two options. Somebody told me how to make the trim. They told me what they were using. My friend Austin. He actually made some trim that looks really nice. Option number 2 is there's a guy that's local that does pinstriping. What I thought about doing was getting all of them painted, getting them cleared and all that jazz, and making sure they're all, good to go, etc., etc. And then having him either come over or taking all the bodies to him and having him do a pinstripe around each color to kind of lock that edge in and do it that way. I'm not 100% sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I know I've seen people use like the pinstripe tape, and it just doesn't look good to me. I don't like having everything be paint and then having a big pinstripe plastic like vinyl sticker. It just looks weird. So I don't want to do that. Fallen, I did get the Malibu fixed. It only took me about 10 minutes. Why do they have the gas cap doors on the opposite side? So you could get, I don't know if you could get it in a short bed, but I know in a long bed you could get the dual tanks. I didn't feel like filling them. The fuel doors are a pain in the ass to fill. They're not the same curvature, I guess, as the body. So when you fill it and you start to sand it, it'll start to sand the top or the actual physical gas door before you get into the rest of the body with the actual door line and everything. I don't know why that is. I'm assuming maybe it might be just a whole nother piece, but it actually sticks out a little bit, and it sucks. Would you not want to pinstripe below the clear? Yeah, see, that's another, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to him. I don't personally know him very well. I've met him once. A lot of my other friends know him, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get everything to him. And then I also kind of want to take him 2, 3, 4 at a time so he can just run them out. And that way I'm paying him that like initial startup kind of thing, and then just, X amount of dollars per body, as opposed to, if he, so like if he wants $50 just to open his toolbox, and then $50 a piece, like I've got 6 of them, so that'd be like $350. So if I take him 2 at a time, and he wants that $50 every time, so it's like then I've got 150 and 150 and 150, you know, kind of. So I'm trying to, I don't know, I have to talk to him, but I haven't gotten that far yet. This is really the only one I have painted right now, so. My cat is still jealous in the new downpipe. Oh no! With all the time you put in to paint trucks themselves, I do the pinstripe. Yeah, I'm not going to do the pinstripe work. Because if you want something that's going to be wavy and not right and completely destroy a really nice paint job that I've spent a lot of time on, that would be exactly how to do it. And Buchenstein said the same thing. No, the dual tanks were not on the same side. They're on opposite sides. DR custom wiring. Hello, fine sir. So I can show you in the early ones. I think it's like 73 to 6, 7, something. They had a gas cap and not a cap. Again, not a gas door. So what Scott did for me for this one is he actually filled the doors in and then put this cap on there. So this has an actual gas cap, which I think is a super cool little touch. I messed the paint up on that too, so that's pretty cool. I had some tape bleed. I gotta get this chair out of the way. Hang on. Yeet this thing out first. There we go. There we go. All right. Test the hood alone with clear. I use all the same paint. So I use all the same paint from a local place that's literally right down the road. And then they gave me a 1K clear. I tested it on this one, on the tailgate, I believe. Everything was fine. I laid it on nice and thick. This one looks really, really good as far as being shiny and et cetera, et cetera. I used the clear on that. So that one is good. So the only thing that I would be worried about reacting would be the pinstripe for sure. So we shall see. I really didn't. It's been so hot. I haven't really been able to do anything out here. I haven't been doing a whole lot. Jake the taco guy, what's going on? Ski boop. There we go. Ha. So I got that. That's one of the things I did. Yeah. Well, I bought some more flocking as well. Try not to drop that on my garage. God, this thing's a pig. So I also got golden brown. There's a video about that coming out too. I got some gold offset caps for this. So, is it lacquer-based paint? No, it is acrylic. It is. I don't know where in the hell. I think it's acrylic, enamel. Shit, I don't know. I think it's acrylic. It's actual vehicle paint though. I have them make a can of, like, I take them in the actual paint chip that I got for these trucks and then they match it. So, oh dang, that chipped. Damn it. Really don't want to fix that. Oh, Red Ref, you haven't seen this. So this is the pineapple. This is my first crew cab, my first square body, pretty much, basically, kind of, I think. No, not really. I guess I had the K5 as well. But yeah, I did make a good truggy rear half for it, whatever you want to call it. So that's all custom made. This is on a we'll call it a custom chassis. It's definitely custom. Looking back on it, I wish I would have ditched the whole chassis and started with something else. It works really well, but it just looks like dog shit. This is definitely my favorite crawler. If you made me sell everything except for like maybe 1 or 2 trucks, this would be probably the one I would keep no matter what. Now I can get the body off of it. Come out of there. Slide. There we go. Oh, there. Ta-da. So, oh, do that too. So this one, if you haven't seen this, it has a flannel shirt for seat covers. Hope they can see that. It was not supposed to be patina. It was supposed to be nicer. And the paint crazed all over the place and had a reaction with the primer and stuff I used. So I went ahead and just sanded it and patinaed it. But this is the chassis. VFD, slate, Mamba. This like plate chassis thing with these weird wire mesh. I don't damn it. Wire mesh like shock tower things. So I built pretty much everything except for the frame rails. Everything else is all done by me. So works pretty well, especially for being 47 feet long and only on 4.35s, I think is what these are. Oh, yeah, you haven't seen me with my haircut, have you? So you're saying there's a chance. Uh-oh. Saying there's a chance what? Now I'm confused. I don't know what you mean. But, yes, this has got dravs on it. It has a really noisy Savox servo that I haven't replaced. Gold dravs that are offset. This has, I think these are 106s. Yeah, those are the mediums. Offset caps in the rear. I want to put offsets in the front, which is why I bought these. And then lower everything down. That way it can kind of move a little bit better. So, brass links in the front and rear. The front 3-link is all wonky. F9s. CNC custom slots. Braven Berserkers. Mamba X. SR215. I think this weighs right under 9 pounds, something like that. Something along those lines. I'm sorry. If it's your favorite crawler, then why don't you run in comps? Okay, I can definitely answer that. The reason I don't run this in comps, and it is my favorite, is because the hard body, I built this crew cab. And building these things is either a monetary, just kicking the balls, or a time kicking the balls. So, anytime this thing does anything resembling starting to roll over, I immediately put my leg out, put my hand out, something like that. I could not treat this thing like I do a comp truck. It just, I'll break it. So you can kind of see there's a crack right here that's starting to form. So how you do this is you cut apart the 2 cabs. This one's actually 3D printed back here. This is all 3D printed body from here back, but you put them together and then you lay a piece of flat styrene plate on top, and then that actually builds the roof up, and then you kind of mold it in and all that stuff here. And it's got a lot of body filler in it. It was my first one. It's not perfect. And it's kind of got a couple cracks in it from rolling over a little bit. If I use this as a comp truck, it would be destroyed within about 3 comps. I have to be, I wouldn't say careful driving it, but I cannot drive it like I do like my Class 0. Because that Class 0 body, I have no body work in other than bobbing the bed, which took me about 10 minutes. So I don't really care. Thank you, Ref. Thank you. It's definitely my favorite, like I said. This one's actually... So, I have two squares that are painted like... I guess you'd call them square bodies from my childhood. My dad... His grandpa, I think? I think his grandpa. So, my dad's grandparents had a Suburban that was technically this color-ish from the factory. I painted this one the same. I don't remember if the Suburban had the white in the middle, but that was kind of the... I don't know, reference point or inspiration for this thing as far as color-wise. And so I got this one, and then the green one I just showed you kinda represents the truck that I basically learned how to drive in. My dad and his best friend bought a truck. Shit, I was probably in like 8th grade, maybe, roughly. I think it was a 78, 79 Chevy long bed, and it was that color combo. It was a two-wheel drive long bed. I think they bought it for the 350 and then never ended up using it or something like that. But yeah, Doug. I mean, I'm not afraid to run it. I'm not afraid to run the GMC or this K5 or anything like that. It just with them being hard bodies, like that's just what ends up being my shelf queen stuff. Is just nicer square bodies. Yeah, Craig. It is a chunky lady. No, thank you, Glenn, because I know I'll get it back in pieces. I mean, I'd let you drive it, but I don't think I'd let you run it in a comp. Some cars, like real life, are better to look at. Yeah. So, thank you, D-Stain. One of the things that drives me nuts, honestly, is people that don't comprehend that trucks can be pretty. It is literally the dumbest shit ever. You see a trail truck or like a show truck, like somebody will post, and like, that's useless up on 44-inch boggers and can't put anything in it. Like, or the opposite, where you bag it and lay it on the ground, and then people say it's useless because they can't pull a trailer. Like, not everything has to haul wood on the weekends and pull an excavator all week. Like, that's fucking stupid, and it just drives me nuts. Like, you don't expect that out of cars, so why would you expect that out of a truck? It's just a vehicle. Like, people have really nice semis that they don't use. Their purpose is now to be pretty. That is their purpose. Their purpose is not to pull a trailer anymore or to whatever. Like, people are dumb. Let's see, Logan, you're correct. I don't know how or why. He knows how I wheel. Let you creak it? I don't think so. Wait. What is the truck behind you? I've never seen that one. This one? This is a truck. We went over this a little bit ago. This is a 10-2 that I built, or that I bought. I bought it Friday. My neighbor's home. Bought it Friday, dropped it out of the Suburban yesterday, and had to fix it. It's just a 3D printed hard body, 10-2 underneath. It's ready to run. It's for sale. So I had a couple guys in here that were kind of interested in it. I'll actually put it up for sale whenever I've got a video that I've made on it that I'll have to get edited. So once that comes out, it'll be up for sale. Everything goes up to my members first, and then they get first opportunity. Then it goes to my group. I give the group about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours usually, sometimes depending on how I feel, and then it goes out to the world. So if you were a member like Todd, Craig, let's see, Fallen is Blind Guy. Yeah, I don't know, 6, 7, several, whatever the hell. It's like $5 a month. Basically, you get to see a whole bunch of stuff that you don't normally get to see. It goes to me, sold its mine now. Yeah, I mean, it's for sale. First $4.50 that hits my PayPal, it's yours, but slam shit toes better than stock. A lot of times they do. Let's see. Okay, hey, let me back up. Stock We Rock class, you recommend 4.13. Definitely 4.75. So in We Rock, you can run anything that's licensed. So you can go from, let's see, RC Full Drive, I know, makes some like 4.45s that are almost all RC Full Drive tires now anymore are licensed. You can go with 4.3 Swampers, but they only come in G8, so they kind of suck. Pitbull makes it 4.45. I'm just kind of looking over at my wall. The Berserkers that are like on that are 4.45. The VXT size Yokohamas, which are like 4.75. I think they're probably close to 4.85, 4.9, something like that. And then you can go with the 5.4 inch Proline Boggers. So anything, yeah, that's a cool story, Glenn. So anything that is licensed, you can run. Which sucks that J Concepts doesn't have a licensed tire, because if they had any kind of 4.75 that was licensed, I honestly think that would be what 99.9% of the people would run out here, other than Andre, because Andre just doesn't like to buy good tires. But so you can run Swampers, Crawlers, Pitbulls, KM3s, the Boggers. I got the TRX US, whatever the hell, RC Full Drives. The Falcons are 4.65. Crawlers, MTRs, more Pitbulls, more PBX. Mickey Thompson MTXs. Those would be, like, if the compound worked here, those would be a really cool tire. It sucks because, like, the Rock here is so much different than out west. They can run really cool, nice scale-looking tires, and a lot of different scale-looking scale-looking tires. And everybody's truck kind of can look different, and it has different tires, and like these things do this and that. But their Rock is also like 100 grit sandpaper. We don't have that luxury. Our Rock is basically like wet glass. So the compound to us matters a lot more than the tread design, things like that. So Green Compound, J Concepts, and Predator are really the only thing that you can use on a lot of rock around us. I think I've said it before, but my grandpa had a light blue metallic with white in the middle dually with a 454 and a 4-speed with a granny gear. I think got like 5 miles a gallon, I think, in 1986. Yeah. There are a lot of people our age that have a lot of square body grandpa stories. My dad had two square bodies. He had a round eye when I was real little, and then he had a 84, 86, something along those lines. I know he had like an early to mid 80s. I think it was red long bed 4-wheel drive. My grandpa used to have a 2-wheel drive 3/4 ton long bed standard 450. See, that's crazy that J Concepts tires are trash there. Like, that's, uh-oh, what happened? What are we doing? Hang on. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Roctober. Hello? There we go. I don't know what happened. It froze. I do know what's going to happen, though. It's okay. I'm good. I got it. All I had to do was close it, and then Mark Saxton, what's going on? Vanquish has the new 4.5 and the 2.2 tires. Found a different way to run on the Capras. Why? Dealer tire. 4.5 VP. The red compound works really good, or really well, in a lot of situations out here. I won't go too crazy into giving up what I think I figured out, but it works really well when it's hot. I know that much because it's hot in California. The compound kind of reflects that. Let's see. They won't clear the portal covers. Well, let me tell you about these cool Vision metal design wheels that I have up here that are in a very high offset that I have like 3 different things of or whatever. They'll clear. I guarantee it. Let's see. I know what you guys haven't seen. His shafty wheels. Yeah, no shit. Neighbor with 7 black 78 square body with red floor, interior rust, velvet. Craig, one of my best friends in high school and like after high school for about 10 years. Him and his dad were real big into square bodies. He had a blue and white standard cab, long bed. It had about 15 different engines and transmissions in it over the 20 years we were friends. We're still friends. We just don't see each other, kids and life and all that jazz. His dad had a black and like dark gray 73 or 74 two-wheel drive that like his mom and dad got married in. It's always been garage kept. It is dumb. I think it's got a black interior as well. Stupid nice. It was actually in a flood and they didn't total it somehow and they still have that. He's got a Suburban. He's got a dually. He's got, I mean, tons of shit. Barns full of square bodies, stuff like that. So, let's see. Do I have a website? I do not. I'm kind of working on that, but I haven't seen anything other than your face and whatever Fruit Loop beer. This is Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale, sir. Brewed at the old brewery Tadcaster, established in 1758. Okay? Don't talk shit. This is literally my favorite beer ever. Product sponsor. Make sure that label is facing the camera. Right. Mmm. Yeah. So they're 160. I'll show you. I have 3 different designs, I think. Oh, maybe 4. These are the same. And I also have these. I'll show these off too. I bought some RC Forged wheels as well, so we'll go over those here in a little bit. Sellout, whatever. It's not an IPA, you fucking dildo. It's a porter. Ale? Porter? Fuck, I don't know. It's not an IPA. I don't really like IPAs. I don't like that bitter grossness. These aren't S7s, I don't think. Oh yeah, they are. So these are the S7s, Dakota. So these aren't. Is this 7s? 1, 2, 3. These are 6. I don't know. Anywho, I got these. They have a 6-hole kind of tombstone looking design. They all come with rings and bolts and everything. They are high offset. These are Dins. If Jordan was in here, he'd know IPA tastes worse than ass, I think. These are, Dins. So these are a 5-spoke, kind of square hole, triangle, all that stuff. These are S7s as well. And then these are called Late Nights, I think. Late Nights, I'm pretty sure is what these are called. Jordan and I just started calling them Swirly Boys. Like that. And they are true directional, so some of them go this way. And then the other side will go this way as well because they go this way. You know what I mean? Like they're two. I'll show you. Like this one goes this way. So like that one goes the correct way, like it would go to the front of the truck. And this one goes the correct way, like it'd go to the front of the truck. Very important to me. I do like that a lot. It ticks my OCD whenever they don't do that. So anyway, go back to John. John, I don't have a website. One of the things that VP wanted me to do is, and this is kind of our fallout, was they wanted me to have a website. Oh, shit. So when I didn't have a website, even though I had talked to the owner all the time, certain individuals decided that they were redoing everything and they run VP and all that stuff. So I do not have a dealer agreement, whatever, with him anymore. One of the things Steve said was he would like me to have a brick and mortar, which there is no fucking way possible I am going to be able to do that anytime soon or in general, because I don't think that that is a good business venture to be a brick and mortar store, because it seems like the profit margins are very small. But they wanted me to have a website. Haley, Jordan's wife, has offered to build me one a couple times. I just have to see exactly where all this is going before I do that. There are a lot of things up in the air right now due to my work schedule and some stuff with the kids and everything. So it just really depends on what goes on in the next year to see. Swirly Boys are for sale. I have had 5 sets of those, so you can definitely purchase either one of those, any of those actually. But ooh, let's see. I'd kill for a nice chopper on me. Yeah, but oh shit. I don't know. Watching things like Hobbytown and working there and seeing a big corporate hobby shop conglomeration, whatever the hell, like Hobbytown, watching what they have to pay for things and what they have to pay people and things like that. As much as it sucks, and I do completely understand what you're saying, the amount of money you have to put up and the amount of money in stock, like in stock parts you have to have, and then the return on all that money to have a $400,000 building with $500,000 worth of shit inside it, and for every $10 you spend you make $1.50 after. Like, that's just there's better things that you can do with your money, I think, personally. I may be wrong. The way that Brett does things, the way that like with Brazen, you got a website, you build the shit, you may have a machine, whatever. The way a lot of servo companies are doing things, where they're getting servos, they slap that shit everywhere on their website. Like, Reefs doesn't have a store. Holmes doesn't have a brick and mortar store. He has his operation that he builds out of or whatever. Like Three Brothers, I don't know what they do, but I don't have a store. It just seems like a how do you find out prices on what you have? I don't know prices on what you have. I don't know what you mean. John, what do you mean? How do I find out prices? Prices for what? I don't keep a lot of stuff on hand, if that's what you're asking. I'm trying to take the money. Right. Dakota's precisely the profit margins and that narrow, like, will I make money? If I'm going to spend $1 million on doing something, I'm going to make a hell of a lot more money than 3% or whatever the shit. Like, it ain't working. I have some things in the works for next year for my 3D printing. Good, William. That's good. I honestly think that is probably going to be... I mean, it already is a pretty big part of doing this, but, like, I think I could see some things taken off, especially as printers get bigger. Some of the things, I don't know. I don't really want to... Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. Let's just put it that way. And I think that's going to be a profitable way to make money. Obviously, profitable way to make money. But get your stuff out there, and I think it's that's a very non-labor intensive way to make money from what I mean, you're on the computer, yeah, but once you get that figured out, you just go print and then you send it to 17 printers or whatever, and you have all 17 of them just sitting there making you parts. You're not doing anything. You're out making money at work while they're doing stuff, or whatever. Or if you're like Jordan, you just let my printer sit there and don't make any money or make any parts for us. That's pretty cool. I thought about doing my own hobby shop. Technically, Blind Guy RC is a legal business, but that's for YouTube and tax reasons. But owning a store and Billy. See, that's exactly what. So, Blind Guy, that's what I'm saying. Like, I run my YouTube channel and everything I've done around it is all under a business. So I do have the taxes and like all this stuff with Deluxe and Reefs and Three Brothers and all this other thing. It just doesn't. RC alone wouldn't cover it. All the little so I know the little Gundam things and like some of that the Japanese cartoons, anime. Like some of the anime stuff, I have a guy at work that I'm friends with. He knows about it. I accidentally said something to him 35, 40 minutes later. My eyes were glazed over and he was still talking about figures and how they're $9 bazillion million and all this other stuff. Like, I don't get into that. So the hard part for me would be I'd have to find someone that'll work for damn near nothing to sell those for me. Like, I know about models. I've built a bazillion models, like whatever. I know about RC stuff. I know a few little things about like slot cars, etc., etc. But when you have something as big as like a hobby town, you're employing adults that don't have much aspiration, in all honesty. Like the dudes that are working at your hobby town making $8 an hour. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's whatever. That's not my life. I don't give a shit. But they're having whatever problem they have, or doing whatever they do, only want to work 30 hours a week. Okay, you're also employing a bunch of 17 to 20-year-old people who can only work 3 days a week because they're going to college, or just in general, or whatever, or going to school. And like, I know I personally wouldn't feel good paying somebody garbage ass wage because my own decision to not be able to make enough money on what I'm doing to pay them to be worth it. Because not only are you not paying someone anything, like I asked for a raise at Hobbytown whenever it was my part-time job, because I was making like $7.50 an hour. I did it more for the discount I got on parts and then the connections I made when people would walk in there and say, hey, I need this fixed. And I'm like, we don't fix cars, but here's my number. I'll buy it from you, or I'll fix it, and then I'll, whatever the hell. Or we don't buy cars, whatever. I made more money that way than I did anything else. So, I don't know. Like, like he said, Legos and all sorts of stuff. Like, you literally have to make a hobby shop and just not an RC shop. And I don't think that would be an easy way to spend $1 million and try to make more than $1 million in what you have. Like, let's see. I thought about doing John, like the wheels and stuff you are a dealer. So, VP was pretty easy. I have a whole wall, and I kind of had a lot of it in my phone. Once that kind of went south, I've been clearing out a lot of those things. A lot of the stuff that's still up here is just stuff that I personally am keeping for myself. I don't have a whole lot of stuff that's VP for sale right now. The wheels, I have a picture of my whole wheel wall. So I just took a picture of this. I've got a kind of a picture of this and some of this stuff, like just for reference for when people ask about things. The deluxe stuff, I order that enough that I kind of know what I have. I'll buy every single color of short, and then I'll buy every single color of the ultra short. So I have 80s and 96s, and I know what I'm selling. I have a pretty good mental upkeep of what that all is. With the Three Brother stuff, I really only get black jackets and the G13s from them, plus like maybe some anti-foams. Like I've got some SCX6 anti-foams and some tuning foams and a couple tuning rings. I've got a couple pairs of VP wheels up there. My neighbor must have left and came back home because I just heard his music. So I just kind of I don't keep so much stuff on hand for sale that I really need like a whole running, like QuickBooks kind of thing or whatever. It's not that big yet. Buddy in Vancouver is 2 hours from me, owns a storefront, and he decided to open a drift track in the store. It's a massive track that almost pays the bills. You can rent cars too. So there again, I see how that would make money. I don't know anything about drifting. Now I have to find somebody that knows stuff about drifting. Why would I build a drift track one way versus a different way, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know shit about drift cars. So if I'm going to rent cars out, are they just going to be stock Red Cat? You know, because I heard that RDS is pretty good. You know, we have a track right, I don't know, 15 minutes north of me, 10 minutes probably north of me. And they seem to make it work. They have weird hours though, and I don't know how that all works with what they do or whatever. A local shop sells very little RC compared to all the model crap and Lego 3D printers. Yeah, so let's see, you gotta sell. We have a localist shop that has some crawler stuff, but they sell way more for racing stuff than the big racetrack they have, so I think that's how. Right. So, I guess my point is, once you even take out the money, like the money that I'm fronting to make a little bit of money, I hate making small margin, sell 1,000 things, like whatever. If you're not talking about, if I make $200 on $2,000, that's at least 10%. Like I can handle, like then I'm going to sell 15 of those a month, personally, whatever, and I've made, you know, $3,000, whatever the hell. But selling $7 items and making 37 cents on this and fucking $1.14 on this, like I am not interested in that. And kind of like what you guys were saying with the track, I'm not interested in dirt track and slashes and tool drive slash class and stuff like that. I'm not going to pour my energy into something that I'm not interested in just to pay the bills for barely scraping by on things that I am interested in. That seems silly to me. But on the flip side of that, I've also been hustling things, and I wouldn't really call it entrepreneurial or whatever, but like since I was in high school, I would buy and sell cars from a place that towed the cars, like off the side of the road. We have one place, they used to have an auction on Thursdays or something like that. I'd go up there on Thursdays, me and this guy that my dad actually went to school with, that I became friends with, we'd go up there and buy cars. I would sell them online when that first started on a place called demoderbycars.com. I would go up and buy like a 72 Buick for $150. I'd put it out at my grandparents', put it online for $400. Sell it, take that money, go buy more cars, etc., etc. Just keep rolling those in there. I'm pretty sure my stepdad thought I was dealing drugs in high school because he never saw how I was making money other than McDonald's, and I had money. But let's see. So I guess coming back to that, like I've bought cars and parted them out, and know that if I spend $1,000, I'm going to sell everything for $5,000, knowing I'm going to make $4,000. So that's a huge profit over working my ass off to part out a car to make $300. Like that doesn't. I'm not going to spend my time making that little bit of money. I think that's where I fall with the hobby shop. So let's see. 88 RC Hobbies. I'd try to do the same thing as him, but crawlers. I'd rather buy a shop besides some good land for comps and events. So watching Rob do the things that he does, just with some property that he doesn't really own, and how much work that is, and he doesn't even doesn't have to pay the taxes on it. We don't pay anything for that spot at Abner, and that just seems like a lot of work as well. I don't know. I don't know. I think it just, like I said, I think a hobby shop just isn't worth it. It does suck because it is nice to go in there when you're not just buying replacement parts. Like if you're building something, let's say for a crawler, and you have some tires in front of you, And you can pull those out or pull wheels out and say, oh, okay, well, how much offset is on this? Is that going to do this? Or is this part going to fit where I need it to? Or is this gear fit even though it's not made for this truck, et cetera, et cetera? You can hold it in your hand, you can do it. There is that perk of having a brick and mortar store. But I think unless you are a monstrous corporate Horizon, A-Main, like Hobby Town to a degree, even though they suck, but whatever, they make it. I think they just have so much stuff and they have so many locations and so much money that like it. And even like, so A-Main's only one store in California and then they sell everything online. I don't know how many times I've gone to A-Main and it says not available in store, but it's available for order. So they have this shit somewhere. So like, it seems like they even don't put that as a high priority to have things in store, I guess. Mike, I had orange 105s. I don't know where they went. I'm pretty sure I pulled them down for you, and I put them somewhere, and I don't know where that somewhere is. I'm going to try to find them, but I have no idea where the hell they went. They're on 4.19 MTRs, and they're gone. They're not on the wall. So they're somewhere. But I don't know where that somewhere is. 2.6 anti-foams. Firm anywhere? 2.6. There's 2.9 for the SCX6. I don't know what 2.6 would be like for... That's like Clod size, right? Is that Clod Buster? Or is that 2? Yeah, that's 2.6. Let's see. I looked at trying to find a place to buy to do comps. Yeah, so, kind of like what Rob said, even if you're selling parts and you're just going to put a comp thing, even if you had a comp every Sunday, I think people would get burnt out and you're not going to have a large number, you're going to have a whole bunch of small numbers if you did it like every weekend, whatever, right? But then, even if you sold parts, the building, like what William said, the building is just so damn expensive, like, you're pretty much just priced out of doing anything that has or that doesn't have a monstrous profit to it. You just can't. It's just not feasible. Let's see. Logan, I'm telling you, it'll happen if you keep fucking around. When I was in the motorcycle business, the saying was, if you want to make $1 million in the motorcycle business, start with $2 million. Exactly. That is precisely what I feel like, especially a brick and mortar hobby shop is. If you want to lose a shitload of money while having a lot of stress in your life, open a hobby shop. I started, let's see, I'd love to get in there to drift stuff, but there's legit nowhere I'd know of to do it here. Dakota, it looks really cool. And there's, like I said, there's a place like 10 minutes, and the guy I bought those two trucks off of had one, and one of them was what's called like a weight transfer car, where it's got longer shocks and softer springs. So when it goes around the corner, it kind of like lays over and back when you get on the gas and it dives. I think it was really sick, and I told him he had to go away with that because I know what that will lead to. That will lead to me being 10 minutes up the road all the time with 74 drift cars. I'm actually looking at drift cars with shot. Started following a group that built a portable small RC carpet track. It's about 3 foot off the ground and bolts together. They race 18 scale short course and pan cars for fairs and birthdays. So I'm sure you guys remember, like, at the mall when we were kids, I remember them having like 5 or 6 clodbusters out there you could put $1 in and drive for a minute or whatever the hell. I know, like what Call to Crawl just said, 20% minimum margin or forget it. 100%. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, the thing. So I know, like, at Beat the Creek and Roctober, there's a guy that rents out slashes to do the derbies and stuff like that. I don't know what he rents them out for how many minutes or whatever, but I know what a slash costs. I know what a decent battery, whatever, costs and all that jazz. And those bodies, I could make one of those probably in 4 hours. So they're gonna last over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You're just gonna keep patching them or make a new one, whatever. The material is expensive, but you get like 50 feet of it. It's 50 feet, I think, or maybe 100 feet by like 2. I've got a roll of it right there, actually. So, that would be a good way to make money in RC. But once again, you're mobile. You're doing that at fairs and like festivals and stuff like that. You're not setting up a shop. That would be a good way to make money in RC stuff. I actually saw one for sale on Marketplace, I think. So I think that's a way, Dustin, that you could make money. These shops never have what you're looking for locally. I love to buy local, but there's never anything there. Yeah, I agree, Craig, 100%. That's why I don't think I have set foot in a hobby shop other than to buy paint when I went with Jordan over the summer and we got stuck in the parking lot because his Jeep's a piece of shit. I don't think I bought paint, or I don't think I bought anything but paint and like maybe a pinion or something at a hobby shop in years. Tailguided, currently welding out my second Jimmy buggy. Could trade you a cage for something cool. No thank you on the Jimmy buggy, just out of I don't want a Jimmy buggy. Let's just put it that way. What made the rock box go under? I'm pretty sure it was money. That would be a Doug and Rob question because I only made it up there twice. But I'm pretty sure it was just the building costs versus trying to get people up there to spend money. I don't think that worked. Just setting up at our comps and our YouTube and Facebook group has helped me, but I'm working on expanding. Yeah. Well, I mean, William, that is part of honestly what I enjoy, and I think that is something that some people don't understand is, and I learned this from listening to comedians and things. If you collaborate with people versus feel like it's an us versus them, you versus me kind of thing, we get way farther because I'm showing people you, you're showing people me, we're mixing, and then now instead of both of us fighting for, the 100 people or whatever, now we've shown 100 people each other, so hopefully we're getting both the 200. Glenn sent me a message today this morning that said, since I made that video and made that post and everything, he had a bunch of traffic on his Appalachian RC for Kids page. So he had some traffic there because it kind of moved some people to check that out. You need a nipple for that bottle. Shut up, Craig. I'm talking too much to just continue drinking this thing. $5 for 5 minutes, Doug. I mean, that $1 a minute times you got 6 cars, and you got people in line. Sadly, online shopping has killed off most of the good mom and pop shops. Well, once the storage place, I don't think they could make enough money. Yeah, it just all came down to they don't make the money. It just wasn't there. But Mike, that's kind of what we're saying. Like, when you can, like, I may not be able to touch everything, and like feel it and put it up next to my stuff or whatever. But when I can look at 100 different options for wheels or tires or whatever, and I'm not relying on, okay, if you've been in this for a while, before you had online shopping, I want to go buy a body for my new T-Max. You go to the hobby shop. You may have seen something in RC Car Action or whatever, but your local hobby shop has a Dodge pickup, a Chevy pickup that's for a T2 or some sort of old RC10, whatever the hell, and you've got like the Bolink or like a Parma fire truck body. Those are your 3 options. Your other hobby shop is 45 minutes away the other way, and they have 3 more options that are like an S10 for a touring car and some other shit and some other shit. So you pick this random ass body, unless you want to order from Tower, back before you had tracking and they just sent it and you just waited every day to get a body. But you go into the hobby shop, and if they only have orange, green, pink, black, and silver, you're not painting that truck red because they don't have it. So you're figuring out, okay, if out of these 5 colors, can I make something that looks cool? I'll just paint it black with like orange and silver stripes or whatever. Like, I don't know. There's definitely a positive and a negative to both, but I think the positives are only for people like us that aren't going there just for parts replacement. And in all honesty, now with as many little companies online, like I just don't see hobby shops being a long term thing anymore. But I could be wrong. Let's see. It was just like a lot of skate shops around here. Everybody wanted one. We got one. Me and a teenage dirtbag and a teenage dirtbag friends. We didn't buy anything. We just hung out. Right. Precisely. In our area, both local indie hobby store or local indie stores are mostly Traxxas. I just go get paint or hardware. Right. I go to Indie RC, and literally that's what I'm saying. I've gone there to watch RC stuff a couple times with my kids, and I've gone there to buy paint. If I don't want a Traxxas, that whole damn place is almost useless. Like literally, I think that's all they sell. I bought my Sin there, that the crew cab is based off of. I bought a Sin 450, and I think that's it. And like we're talking the last 3 years. I think I bought that, and I bought paint, and maybe a pendant or two that I needed and was there. I want an Eston touring car. Well, good luck. I have a TL01. It's a S10. I have 2 of those up there. So I've never really shown anybody my Tamiya stuff. I don't think. I could be wrong, but one thing with my cables is they're pretty much a one-time purchase unless you break them. Right. So you're like, yeah, 100%. But once you know, you know. So like, the cables you make, I recommend to anybody that asks or people that don't ask. But you are correct. Like I have an X4. So luckily for you, or however you want to call it, if someone has one of these, like they need 4 sets of cables. But unless I go buy a whole nother charger that either A, I'm looking to add on for whatever reason I would need an 8-port charger, or I sold this one with the cables and I just had to buy more or whatever for whatever reason. Like I don't need any more of these. Like you and I, as far as a business relationship this way, are done. So I definitely think that sucks for you. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true because I had only XT60s to begin with. And then I sold those and then got all 4 of the 30, 60, 90 combos. So I guess you could have people come back. But like now, at this point, the only thing I can have you do is, I need a different cable for like the JSTs to charge some of my smaller batteries and to charge my lift and things like that. Online shops don't carry a lot of the overhead, insurance, rent. Precisely. So for me to have an actual business, I do have to carry insurance. You have to have, I don't remember what my insurance is. It's like $1 million or something like that. It's something dumb. But it's super stupid cheap. But I don't have to carry the overhead because everything's out here. Or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's hard to compete. Sad thing about NDRC is all the racing is slash base, all the pan car racing died out, and they still run on road and off road, but it's the same. Right. So I don't really mind the slash racing because I understand where they're coming from. The way Traxxas works anyway, like I don't blame anybody for just being a specifically Traxxas store. So I get that. In the stock slash class, you can get stock slashes, especially now, the 2-wheel drive brush ones are so damn cheap. You could literally have a luck of the draw where someone walks in and goes, oh, we've been thinking about RC truck, whatever. And you're like, hey, if you buy one of these tonight, which is $179 or whatever the hell it is, and like this battery or whatever and a charger that you're going to buy anyway, you can go race it tonight. And they're like, oh, for under $300, I could literally buy everything I was going to buy to begin with and then go race this and then come up here every week. And then you have that. And then you can either step up to the modified class or you could buy another one and have it like, so I get that. But I do agree that it kind of sucks that they don't have buggies there. They don't have, like, you don't see like an RCMT, what's that, RCMTPA or whatever the hell, like, you don't see them racing clodbusters, crushing, fake cars or, like, any of that stuff. So it is all just kind of the same, which I kind of get, that does suck. Roxbox died because his dad was moving the company in the front of the building that he used. He could not afford the space by himself. Plus, at the time, he got into racing. Oh, well, that'll take all your money right there and get into one-to-one stuff. My local shop is Traxxas and Element. Thankfully, they listened to me and started sticking some Mako stuff, but not much. For Canada, Vanquish is Eliminator RC. Yeah. Another thing is, and another one. I've kind of learned VP was easy for me because Steve and I started having a relationship over the red 310s. Once I made a video about that, Steve got with me and said, I can't believe that happened, yada, yada, yada. About 6 months later, Jordan and I started cutting up the shafts to make stubbies for the VFD. I called him asking about parts because we had messed a couple up. We kind of had a discussion. He was like, well, you just want to be a dealer, and then you can just, have them a little bit cheaper. That way you don't have to worry about the parts that you've messed up kind of coming into play at full retail. Sure, that's where all that took off from. Once I had that, then I got Reefs. Reef was super easy to deal with. He basically said, what do you do? I will not sugarcoat or lie. Having a YouTube channel has definitely opened doors that I never would have had the opportunity to unless I had a brick and mortar store or maybe a bigger online store. Because my whole conversation with Reef was, I said, what do you need to be a dealer? I was like, I'm a VP dealer. I talked to Steve. He and Steve know each other. Kind of took off from there. Skill Let Us Fly's Andre is right around the corner. Once I had that, I talked to Tom at Three Brothers. He kind of knows. He knows Doug. He knows Jake. I got in there, and then with Deluxe, I've known Matt Beast for literally probably going on 20 years. I had to do a lot more paperwork with them that they wanted some random shit for, and that was kind of a pain in the ass. But they're very proper, on the dot. They have a lawyer and all that stuff that does all their accounting and shit. Dakota, it is sagging because it won't support itself, and I can't get anything. Like, I tried putting stuff back here, and then it just bends to hold it up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may end up putting a tiny little pole right here, and kind of making a divider wall or something. I thought about, but then I didn't really like that idea either. So right now it's just kind of sagging. It's all E6000 together, so it's all securely fastened. It's kind of heavy for as big as it is. Let's see. I like the people at NDRC, but if you don't want Traxxas, it's not a good place. I bought my first Go Fast RC there, but all of my Go Fasts are gone. All my Go Fasts but one are gone. Well, technically 3. I have a Bandit that is completely stock, so me and both older kids have a Bandit that are completely stock other than wheels and tires that we play with, bash around, and Holden breaks the shit out of. I have my little Bug that I showed, and I have a Hammer Ray. You guys have probably never seen my Hammer Ray because it's not really the focus of my channel to do that kind of stuff, but members have seen me kind of bashing it around. I like that thing a lot. That is probably one of my favorite basher Go Fast thingies that I've ever had because it looks real, or more realistic than a lot of other things. The slash classes I raced here, you can get up to 500 on the cheap side, up to 800 on the high side. Right. Dakota, I thought about that. I thought about taking a piece of clear fishing line and going like this, and going straight up. My only thought was, I am semi-clumsy, and putting one of these trucks up on the top shelf, because there's a shelf obviously above this, putting one of those trucks on the top shelf and catching that fishing line and then either ripping the roof off or dropping one of those trucks is a pretty decent possibility, and that will throw me into a full-on rage. And I don't want to do that. That's basically where I came from. So, but yeah, this is all very much project in the works. So yeah. I need to get a little basher for my son. He wants to play with trucks so bad, but none of my trucks are working fast enough for a 5-year-old to give a shit. Need to make a scale wooden post truss right in the middle. So that's what I thought. But I also thought about taking some of this corrugated or something like it and like making a dividing wall. So like level or even with what is printed back there. So like right about here, just making a little divider, making it real small, just something, or a steel pole, something. Shut the fuck up, Craig. Dakota, I gave my son a Bandit. Let's see, I got it for him for his birthday 2 years ago, I think. So he was 5. Just get him a little XL5 Bandit. They're stupid cheap new and especially used. So you can do that. I don't know what that is. That's what I would suggest. And RPM parts for when he breaks it are so stupidly cheap. Like Holden broke the the front C for it. It was like $7 delivered on Amazon. It was nothing. This is enjoying beer, Craig. I don't drink Bud Light like you, where I gotta chug it to hang out with the trannies or whatever you're doing. Sammy would be a good one for him. I would worry that he could actually break the axles and stuff, which are kind of not necessarily easy to get, but that's an option for not spending any money. I would assume that if you took a little bit of money to Roctober, you could probably find him something. There's enough people out there in the field selling cheap bashers and things that you could figure something out. Drinking hard dick alcohols while you're drinking. Need to get that front axle on the Sammy figured out. I don't think I have anything to help you. No, that won't really help you. That's just a complete replacement. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'd have to think about that. What I did really like is one of my... I shouldn't have taken it apart, but I have to modify everything. This little CR12 Sammy, supposedly 12 scale, but it's actually 10th. This thing's pretty rad. I like this a lot. I moved the transmission and put a different one in there, and then I ripped the gears out of it and stuff, but this thing's actually super cool. It's got a deluxe hamburger in it. Just because I had it, I bought it last year at Beat the Creek, I think, off some guy. Some crackhead drunk driver had to pay court fees or something like that. I paid like $20 for it. It's got a 400 puller that I got from Jason with that big lot that I bought the day after I got married. And a Mamba and some 1.5 Swampers and some old Mayhem Engineering beadlocks. I literally probably have under $200 in this whole truck. So I got everything pretty good. So I've got a slash I can bring to Roctober. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Logan's got a couple slashes that he was talking about selling yesterday. So I'd definitely go with something Traxxas if I was going to buy my kids. I mean, I did, but if I were you, I would recommend going Traxxas because you can find parts everywhere, like everywhere. So, you guys want to see the wheels I bought? Hey, Colorado Adventure Club. Fell asleep after work, then caught a few minutes of Brazen's live. I need to buy one of those little Sammys. My only worry is slashes are pretty quick. They don't have to be. If you buy an XL5, and you can always gear it down. You can put a smaller pinion on it and a bigger spur and get it to do 7 miles an hour. Plus, the XL5 has a training mode that is 50% throttle, so you can turn it way down. Must be cool. It is. It was only a high of like 82 today, and by now it's supposedly like 67 outside. For Ding Dong Glenn to finish my CXT so I can finally drive it. There you go. One I have is the XL5. Boom. See? Made you a deal. So there's something coming out on this too. RC Forged. Jordan tagged me in a post. He was selling some stuff. I really wasn't interested in a couple of these, but he made me a deal on all 4 of them, so I bought all 4 sets. But these are powder coated like a blue sparkle color in the middle. These are like 12-hole swirly boys. These look a lot like the locked up Ikaris. But they're super cool. And then I got these. And he's making me another set for another truck that I can't talk about because I can't talk about it. So. If the weekend works out, I'll hopefully make it to Roctober. Just depends if Glenn wants company. Glenn always wants company, and if he doesn't, then the hell with him. I was thinking about making some wheels. I didn't know you could make wheels. But if you can, I mean, I'm always a wheel guy. I have a small addiction to wheels. I have less wheels now than I have in a while, honestly. I've been selling a lot of them. I've got one of every color, plus, like, this sounds real dumb. I have, like, some variations. It's almost like Hot Wheels. Different color Machete V1s. I've got all the colors of those. I've got a couple different V1 101s. Just a bunch of custom stuff. Got some CNC custom wheels over here. I've got Spec. I have Locked Up. I don't know what the hell those are. I have some RC 4-wheel drive. I have some Ingens all the way from Turkey. Those are Locked Up. Those are CNC. Those are Visions. I got some Visions. I got a bunch of Visions now. I bought 30 some odd sets of those. That's about it. Reefs. I got a couple sets of Reefs. One set of China. Some SSDs. I got a Mayhem set down there. I've got another Mayhem set up on my Recluse. I have some Aerotex, which you guys probably have no idea who that is. Matt Beast and Doug would be about the only people I would expect to know who that is. They were the first Delrin crawler wheel. Those are axial. I think it's it. So I've got a bunch of different wheels. I'm a wheel collector, you could say. I do not love 105 style wheels, Cody or Doug. That is the complete. I wish I had the money to have the wheel addiction I want to have. Yeah. I've honestly slowed way down. TGH. I don't have any TGH wheels. I used to. I had some custom coated by Bateman before he went out of business. And they just sat. I didn't like them enough to where, like... So, V1 Machetes are my favorite wheel. Like, by far. By anything. Well, other than my welds. I like the Ingen welds, but those aren't exactly in the same, like, ballpark, whatever. So I've got all those colors. Like, I keep those because I literally collect them. Like, that's my collection, I guess. Everything else is just kind of up here because it was either a good deal, I found it, it was kind of cool, you know, whatever. So, I don't really have a collection because I have a collection. I have a collection because I jump on good deals because I'm an impulsive buyer. Wheel whore. I am a wheel whore. Oh, but anyway, back to the TGH. I had a set of wheel TGHs. I had them done in red with gray splash, I think, or something. They just sat here. I thought I would use them. I ended up not using them, and so I just got rid of them. I do like the boxcar. The slots, I think, is the ones. I can't remember which ones they were. What's your favorite Amazon $40 special wheels? None. None. 32 VP sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've got some. I got like 15, 16, 18, 19. I've got like 19 VP wheels. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys these. They're not, you can't tell they're special, but I know they are. So these, new in pack. Oh no, wait, I missed all these. Never mind, I'm an idiot. So I got what, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40. I have 41 sets of VP wheels. But anyway, so you can't tell because I don't think they're any different, but these are actually pre-production tanks. These were made before they came out. Steve got a hold of me and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. And I said, those are killer. He said, what color do you want? And I said, blue. And he was going to ship them to me, and then something happened. I'm not exactly sure how it all went down. I was supposed to get a set and have a video made for the day they came out and be like, hey, check these out or whatever. But they took a minute to ship them, and then it takes a minute to get them from California to here. And then randomly, when he said, hey, they're supposed to drop on Tuesday or whatever, they dropped like a week early, and I didn't even have them yet. So these wheels kind of made me feel like a big dumb idiot, because I hit him up and was like, hey, I'd love to do something about these, but everybody's already seen them, and now people have them in hand already, because from California to here takes longer than California to California, and other people already had them. So, but these are pre-production. I knew about these a couple months beforehand. I'm almost out of that though, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm almost out of knowing everything that's going to go on in the future for VP, and I'm wheel collection. You do have a good wheel collection because of your wife, Rob. That is crazy if you start to add up just the wheels in the picture. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Nope. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I really like the SSD wheels that are super swirly. I never can remember the name. Jordan has a set on one of his Jeeps there. Sweet. SSD wheels. Oh, the Evan Walkers? Those are the only ones that are swirly, I think. They have. I don't have them all in new and package. Well, okay, I lied again, because I have wheels up there. I don't know how many wheels I have. I completely spaced all the wheels I have in my box up there. So I don't know. I pulled that out before. I had to stop buying specs after 51 sets. Probably 40 VP, which I should sell. Yeah. I don't know why, like... I can say this for sure. If all of the wheels I have weren't custom anodized, I don't think I would have as many. Because, like, so those are locked up, those are CNC, those are Visions, these are Visions as well. These are custom anodized Reefs wheels. Well, they're custom anodized Reefs rings. And then so, like, the next ones are gray. Those are custom anodized 310s. The next truck has locked ups on it. Both my Phoenixes, my trail truck Phoenixes that I take out a lot, like those have custom anodized wheels. My pre-runner has 2 sets of custom anodized wheels. I don't know. The Pajero has the Van Halen wheel, the Frankenstrat wheels. Like, I just have a bunch of stuff that I can't ever get again, so I kind of have a hard time getting rid of. And with Bateman now doing Cerakote, like, there's benefits in Cerakote. I like that you can do white, but that's about it. So, like, I've got Mountain Dew colored locked up. I've got the purple diamond locked up wheels. Got blue anodized specs, which are hard to come by to begin with. Oh, you have that? Yep. I like this thing, dude. It saves me from spending a whole bunch of time at the post office, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. RC four-wheel drive wagons are my favorite looking wheel without a doubt, but I will never own another. They make everything look something. I don't know about cool, if that's the word I was looking for, but or I would look for, but it is what it is. They're terrible to put together. I have the only set of wagon wheels that I keep that I'm even remotely attached to the look is on my F-Toy. That has wagon wheels, and I don't really want to get rid of them. Because a lot of the F-Toys didn't have anything but steel wheels. I need to get rid of these. I've got 2 sets of Punks 3D wheels. They don't fit anything anymore. I'm kind of thinking about getting rid of these. I got those guys, those stars, and swirly bobs. Got those. Yeah, because I don't know what I could even do with these. I like these a lot, and they weigh nothing. They weigh nothing. I just like the steel wheel look. I have a set of pink RC four-wheel drive wagon wheels. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Rock me while I'm... No. Alright. Let me, if you guys are interested, I can get my wheel box down of, like, the keeper stuff. And then I'm probably going to get out of here. Or if you guys want to see something else, I've gotten the box down before, so I know some of you have seen it. This hub's on. It's on the Yeah, 1 a.m. is when I have to be up, Doug. Can't stop zooming in on the truck in the back. I really might even. This one? The Ford? You better hurry. Yep. It's a good truck. It's like I said, it's basically brand new. It does not have. Big fan, ticks all of the boxes for me. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's why I'm saying I need to get rid of it or else I'm going to keep it. And if you've been around here for very long, once I've decided that I'm keeping something, it usually doesn't leave. I think with the addition of those two, I'm literally almost out of room on all my shelves. I need to get rid of some stuff. I've been thinking about selling my Tamiya stuff. RC Everyday kind of has that Tamiyas and crawlers kind of locked down. I have some cool shit, I just don't know what to do with it. It's like stuff that I saw when I was a kid that I wanted, but now I can afford it, and I bought it straight from Japan. And they just kind of sit there. What kind of foams do I run? I run 3D print in the front, and I run dual stage in the rear. Usually I tune the dual stages, and then the 3D printed, we either run. So like I bought a bunch of stuff off of a guy that lives up in Indy. But before that, he was kind of my source for foams. He was one of the original like 3D printing people around here, and he had like different infills and wall thicknesses and stuff. And I've kind of played with that. I ran out of almost all those. We have some. Well, I have some in general from like different people, and then also since I'm a Three Brothers dealer, so a lot of them are anti-foams. But I do have printed foams up front, and then always the dual stage in the rear. So sometimes it's Pro Line, sometimes it's Crawler Innovations. I'll usually just throw something in there, kind of based on what other trucks have and that I like. I'll run it, see what happens. If I need a little firmer, then I'll step up to a different crawler, or like between the soft CI, as like I'll put a Pro Line in there if it needs to be a little harder. If it needs to be a lot harder, I'll step up to like a medium or whatever. Just kind of depends. Some of the trucks I have, there's a couple trucks I have all 3D printed. I think this one is. For sure. Yeah, the Pajero is all 3D printed on both ends. You don't see a lot of Ford hard bodies. The Ford is the only body style I like. I don't blame you. Like you with square body Chevys, my dad always had square Fords, so that's really doing it. Yeah. One of the things, did you ever check out the link on the TLT you sent me? I don't think I saw a link for a TLT. You ever try to foam and print at the same time in the same hole? What? I've wanted to put a 3D printed center in with a foam outer, but I haven't ever gotten that far. I have the foams and I have enough stuff in here. I'm pretty sure I can make it work. I just haven't done it. Mostly because all my 4.19 foams that Jordan has printed for me on my printer are already dual stage. So if I put an actual piece of foam outside, it'd be like a triple stage. It'd be kind of, I don't know how that would be. Call to Crawl, I do have my own 3D printer. It is at Jordan's house in his basement. Because I am too dumb and I don't have the computer to run it. Helps with the bounce. Yeah. I put pretty big vents in mine. So I vent all my tires in like the 12.369 position. And then I do a lot of foam tuning. Well, I've done a lot of foam tuning. So now, based on I have a truck and it's a lot like this, that's usually where I start. And I'll change it every once in a while, but usually I kind of have my foam feel pretty much down. There's a dude who prints a lot of random ass bodies and got a Chevy Malibu like the super boxy one, and that one looks so sweet. We could do that. Or, no, wait, I don't have the Malibu. Never mind. Or what you could do is you could buy the Pro Line Malibu and cut it up. I have two Novas over there I've been thinking about making cages out of. I found a place that I just had a bunch of cheap bodies, and if I can afford the ideas I have. Shit, you're preaching to the choir to probably all of us there. I have a bunch of ideas. They're all on my phone. I haven't had the time, and it's been too hot to start building cages. But I have a feeling here pretty soon, especially after Roctober, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff ready for Beat the Creek, I think. As long as school doesn't start getting crazy and all that jazz. But right now, I'm working a whole lot because it's too hot to be out here, and it's too easy to be at work. Where'd Craig go? think a cool car body caged up could look sweet. I have a couple. So that's part of, like, if you watch it where I'm collecting these bodies, some of them I buy just because they're super cheap. I'll buy them, or because they're kind of rare and I'll get them at a good price, etc., etc. Some of them I have a plan for. It's just at this point, I would need to build 45 or 50 tubers to get all these ideas out of my head with the bodies that I have. Which could always happen. I mean, could happen over, it won't happen anytime like rapidly or soon. The only way that would happen in quick time frame is another like COVID style situation where everybody's at home and we're quarantined in our house. I picked up the Avenger 57 Chevy body from Proline. No idea what I want to do with it. Are you seriously still? Listen, Craig, you're a little more big boned than I am, and I'm also talking on the internet, trying not to say anything insanely stupid that I'll regret for the rest of my life. So I am not just over here getting hammered faced. And this is sipping beer. This is like single barrel, you know, just sniff it a little bit, take a little. And I'm trying to drink it the English way. It's warm. Or, not warm, but it's cool. So. There's not much left. I gotta go inside here soon. If I can be in bed by 10, I can have 4 hours of sleep. So, I'll have like 10 hard bodies I will do with shit. I mean, you know how many bodies I have. I completely understand. I have the tubing to build a bunch of them that's right above my camera. It just, basically what happens is we say we want to move and then we don't. So I've wanted to put insulation in the top of the garage for 5 years now, and I just haven't. And it gets so hot. Like if it's 90 degrees outside, and Logan, Doug, Jordan, a couple other people can all, I'd watch Uncensored Drunk Matt. No, you wouldn't. 4 hours isn't bad. Cody, you're right. Except for the first 4 hours I'm on overtime, I'm only covering third shift, making sure none of their machines break down, and there's only like 5 operators. And then all week I have class for rigging and like how to use a boom lift and all this other jazz, which I can do. But I have to watch like those super awesome mid to early 90s safety videos and things, and like I'm trying not to fall asleep. Need to rebuild the Jeep body on the Recluse. I'm going to buy a EasyRC Chevy K10 and build it into a dually. EasyRC. Where's Jeremy at? He needs to be soaking up all this knowledge. Funny story. Jeremy's within walking distance right there. Like you walk. It says 30 minutes, but 10 minutes that way. He's across the road from him, basically. I bought 2 New Bright Jeeps to make one. I just haven't had the time. I've got 17 of those yellow New Brights I'm trying to sell. So if anybody wants one, they're $45 a piece. I'll have a bunch of them at Roctober. Which one's the EasyRC Chevy K10, Jacob? Is that the one that's like opening doors and all that stuff that he had? It's got like a 15-part series of how to build the damn thing. He said he can see your house if you're... Yeah. If you moved everything, we could see each other in our front yards. It was kind of wild that I met a guy basically on the internet through Jordan that lives right down the street from me. So. Alright. Here's another thing. I thought these were really cool. I'm not trying to push them to sell them. These are my personal ones. But if you guys are interested in collecting wheels, these new deluxe wheels, they don't weigh anything if you're actually using them for comps and stuff. But I got some of the splatter. So these are red with black splatter. Those are super cool. Then I got the green and clear. I think these are super awesome. And they weigh almost nothing. They're so light. Whoops. And they look really good too. Alright. I'd like to get the hood to open on it with that bar you had added. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the goal, at least maybe before October, I don't know. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, Jacob. The green is cool. Yeah, I like them both. I hope they make other colors as well. Because every time I make a deluxe order, I buy something for myself as well and then sell the rest of it or whatever. But those were my purchases for this time. I kind of need my wheels to weigh something, don't I? Depends on what you're shooting for. That's a whole nother Monday Night Live in itself, as far as weight and where to put it and what to do and all that stuff. The nice thing about light wheels is if you're let's say if you're not as careful as you could be and you're a little throttle happy, you have a lot less rotating mass on your driveline. That is much safer than heavy ass wheels, etc., etc. However, with those wheels being as large as they are, you can use the massive deluxe style brass, like the ones that I believe I sold to you. Like you have a set, right? You bought some. Yeah. So, like Cody just said, if you can get it on the axle, it's better to not have rotational mass. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The EZRC one's the it's red, but the other style was blue. It's like the Glacier or something. What's the number on the Ford before you hop out? 450. 450 plus whatever shipping would be to your house. On the flip side, you can use the mass to rock the truck around. Yeah. I'm not as throttle happy as a Bowman. Yeah. Mark Bowman here, coming to you live from Indiana in the garage. People. Stupid people. Okay. Well, unless you guys want to see anything else, I am going to go to bed. Thanks for the live sesh, man. Good night to you and everybody else. Good night, Eric. We will start our Midwestern goodbyes and get out of here. Mark Boston. Precisely. As long as it has an E or an M at the front and a B at the rear, it's whatever. I gotta go play Call of Duty. I think that's what you mean. Get some sleep, a good one. You know you love that guy. Yeah, something like that, Craig. Night, everybody. I will see you guys. I'll see some of you this weekend. I'll see some of you next Monday. Oh, computer aided. Doesn't design. Nice. Some CAD. Okay. Awesome. See you guys later. See you all Sunday. It's nice talking to you. And I am gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit. Maybe I can sleep at work or something. See you guys later. Love you. Bye.